that there's a reason why you're not able to make sales on your dropshipping stores, why every single dropshipping store you create seems to fail. You seem to never be able to get that winning product. You never seem to be able to make the revenue numbers that people like me are showing you on YouTube. Well, in this video, I'm going to show you exactly how you can get around that problem using AI sales agents to double your conversion rates. Most dropshippers are doubling their conversion rates and scaling their store in minutes using AI sales agents. We're also going to enable more consistent revenue within your stores. So if you've been trying tens of different products and you've been trying hundreds of different ad buying strategies and you've posted thousands of videos on TikTok and you've probably only made 35 pence, in this video I'm going to show you exactly why that's happening and how you can get around this problem, because actually it's pretty fucking easy to do. So in this video, you're going to learn three things. One, why you're getting traffic to your website but no sales. And just a little spoiler, it's because you're not spending enough time on your website. Two, how dropshippers are making millions using personalized AI shopping assistants to drastically reduce sales cycles in their business. If you can increase the amount of money somebody spends on your store and you can decrease the amount of time it takes for them to make a decision to purchase, you're going to make more money than your competition. Finally, you're also going to learn the $1 million AI sales agent that will double your conversion rates and it can run your business for you. So the problem you're facing here is every single person on YouTube has told you that dropshipping is easy, it's quick, you can post 5 videos and make $100 million. But the problem is that never happens. It never happens for you and it rarely happens for them. They're doing it because they've got a course to sell you. I'm teaching you because I've got a software to sell you. Everybody who's posting these videos, I don't have a problem with them, but the problem I have is that they are telling you that it's going to be very, very easy to do. Whereas in reality, you need to make sure you have a few things in place beforehand. So how do we actually get around this problem? Well, the real problem that you're having in your business is your customers are confused, okay? When somebody lands onto your website, they do not understand why they're not able to, or you do not understand why they're not purchasing, right? They do not understand your store. They do not understand your products, okay? And confused customers is bad because confused customers means to customers that don't purchase. So this here is a diagram of a customer sales cycle, right? Ignore all the little lines I've drawn on it. This sales cycle shows you how long it takes for a customer or somebody who visits your website to become a customer. They go through 3 stages before they actually purchase your product. The first one is awareness. They are aware of your brand. They see your advert. They see your TikTok. They don't care about who you are, who your brand is, anything. And just because you think they should buy your product doesn't mean they will. Secondly, they go through a consideration period where they actually learn about your product. They learn about its benefits and how it can help them, but then they go away and they think about it and then they sort of mull it over in the back of their brain. Thirdly, they go through a decision-making process, which is when they decide either to not buy your product or to buy your product. And I'm guessing you're having a problem with this area here. They're not buying your product. Now, more often than not, they're not buying your product because you haven't spent enough time on your website explaining to them the value of your product. I have done tens of videos talking about copywriting and how to make sure that somebody who lands on your website understands the value of that product. But let me give you an example. You're selling acne skincare patches, okay? People who visit your website, they need to understand how that product is going to help them. But more importantly, they have what's known as limiting beliefs. These limiting beliefs are what stops them from purchasing products in the past, what stops them from purchasing acne-related products. Now, this comes about because they have been burnt before by other products, or they want to make sure what they purchase is going to give them the result. So, what do you need to do? Well, for your product, you want to go ahead and do market research. Now, that probably sounds a bit confusing, but basically, at the very basic level, go onto TikTok and search for the problem that your product solves. For example, with acne, you want to search for bad skin or I hate my skin and have a look at the comment section, see what people are saying. They're going to be saying things like, does it clear quickly? Does the acne ever come back? Is this a natural remedy? Those sorts of things are things that people want from a product. So if you can include that in your copy on your landing page, you're instantly going to double your conversion rate. So there is a much quicker way to increase or to decrease this buyer's journey and to increase the amount of money you're making from your customers and also to increase the amount of products that that customer purchases. And that is through using personalized AI shopping. So when I actually started working with this brand up here, right, they were doing about $1,000 to $5,000 per day, but they weren't really pushing past that point. And what I realized was when people come onto their website, they're just not spending enough money on the products. They're not spending enough money. They're not buying enough products. So I thought, well, how about if we can upsell them or we can cross-sell them or we can convince them to buy multiple products together? That way we're going to get a much higher conversion rate. We're going to get much more revenue from each individual customer. Now, short of having a sales agent sitting on the website talking to customers all day, the only other solution was to build some sort of chatbot which could do this for us. So let me walk you through how this works, okay? basically you've got all the products on your website. Every single product has a product description, images, name, variants, pricing information. And then what we do is we take that information, we feed it into a brain, which essentially uses a language model. It uses, by the way, when I've built this, right, I used 20,000, 30,000 sales conversations with different customers to train this model to do this. It will analyze the product description of every single one of these customers, so every single one of these products, and then it will create a sales argument for every single one of them. Then it can recommend products for customers based off what their problems are. So if somebody comes onto the acne page and they say, look, I've got acne, I can't clear it, nothing I've tried has ever worked before, I want a natural solution, what do you recommend? It's going to tell them the product. It's also going to help answer those limiting beliefs and answer those problems, which means instead of them having to go away and think about something, they can now go through a complex shopping process. They can go through a complex sales route using a chatbot before they make a decision. And that chatbot can use the product's information and it can then sell that person on the product. So for example here, right, recommend me a product for dry skin. How much do I have to use per usage? You can pause these and you can see how it's responding for every single customer. It's able to tell them shipping times. It can tell them if they can get gift wrapped products, all sorts of different things, right? And then they come back and they purchase the product. That is the general idea. Now, let me show you this in action on a client store. This here is one of our client store who's using ChatIQ's system, which is linked down below if you want to get access to it. Now, we've trained it on a whole host of different products on their website. Now, if I go to this, I can say, look, we've built the gear finder, okay? So the gear finder is going to be a tool that's going to recommend me products, right? So I'm going to say, pick me a body armor, okay? It's going to go ahead and read all of the product pages on that website, and then it's going to recommend me one of those products based on my description. Now, I've not given it much information to go off. It said, sure, I can help you find the best perfect body armor, and then it's asked for additional questions, okay? So what's the intended use? What's the level of protection? Do you have any preferred style? So we're going to go ahead and we're going to get it to recommend us a product. And I'm just continuing that conversation, right? For example, I said personal protection, just pick me a random body armor for me or a plate carrier. It's then said, sure, blah, 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 here's some extra information, right? So you can see how it's starting to sell me on different products. Now, if we go on to the best sellers and we actually ask it for specific product information on a specific product, we can go to this one, for example. And I'm going to say, tell me about the Spartan Armor Systems Level 3 AR550, right? So we're not actually talking about this product because this comes with other bits and pieces, but we're going to talk about this specific product here. It's then going to read all the product page information and it's going to show me that product. It's going to give me information about it, and it's also going to go ahead and give me the link to the product page. So then if I click that link, it's going to take me to the product page. I can go ahead and I can read the information on this product page. All of this information here, it can then use to then sell me on that specific product. Awesome. And then I've given it another example here, right? I've said, give me details on this specific product here. And I've said, it's gone ahead, it's actually read that product description. It's used that information to help me and to help answer the question, but it's also given me an image of the product, right? So if I'm looking at this on the homepage, right, or I'm actually just asking specifically about the vest in this case, it's going to go ahead and find that specific product and show me an image of that product, right? It's also said, blah, 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 you can add the package to your cart here. But obviously, just so you know, this product, I think, is actually sold out, right? But if I click on this, we can add this to cart. It's going to go ahead and load up the checkout. Yeah, I think it's sold out. But you can see here, out of stock, these are the products that it's showing. Now, we do have a system in place within ChatIQ that will only scrape the products that are in stock. These have only just gone out of stock in like the last few minutes. But you can see it now would add that product to cart. You can see in the background, it shows the products that are available. So you can actually ask it for specific product recommendations. It can actually give you specific links to product pages. It can create cart pages for you. And every single link that it creates, it adds a UTM tracking link onto the end of it. So you as a business can then track that information, and you as a business can see how well or how many sales you're making using this software. Now, on top of that, ChatIQ has a system which will also automate customer support. So when somebody comes onto your website, right, let me see if I've got an image of it here. I'll tell you what, I'll show you the example on our website. You can see here, I can actually then talk to a human, right? So if there's a conversation that I'm not able to get a proper response from the AI, I can talk to the chatbot and it can then create me a support ticket. So how does this work? Well, if you go ahead and click the top link down below in the description, you can then sign up for your ChatIQ account. You can get a 7-day free trial. At the moment, it costs $75 a month. You're going to get access to a course, coaching, and you're also going to get access to a community as well, which is going to help you learn how to do e-commerce, how to do dropshipping, while also using the ChatIQ system to increase the conversion rates in your business. So once you sign up, it's going to take you to a dashboard. And you can see in the dashboard, we've got the data feed here, right? And in the data feed, I've got all of the different products from the website. Now I am building out a Shopify scraper. So for example, if I put in here the name of this Shopify store and I fetch all of the products from this website, it's going to go ahead and find, what it should do, it will find about 47 different products. You can see all of the products here. I can pick and choose which ones I want to use in that training data, and then I can go ahead and build a chatbot. There's a whole load of information on how to do this on this YouTube channel, but if you want to get access to this, the link is down below in the description.